Hello everybody, how's it going? Welcome to Niche Fighter Monday. Hope y'all are doing well. I am Mr. MKL. We're hanging out here in the digital basement as always. Oh, happy Eclipse Day, everybody. For those celebrating, for those who have to live in its path. Happy Eclipse Day. Cheers. As we all know, as happens every Eclipse Day, it opens up a portal to the void. So, right, it's 2:01, we got 18 minutes. At 2:19, the animals start going wild. By 2:48, the portal from the other side will open up, and your doppelganger will appear. So we'll see if he manages to get here. Thankfully, we're not in the path of totality, and it's pretty overcast today. So my guess is he's gonna have a hard time, like, zoning in on me, right? So I'm fingers crossed that Doppelganger MKL doesn't burst through these doors and take me away. Because it's going to be like another 98 years or something till another window opens up, right? It's like, you don't want to lose a fight against your Doppelganger. Man, but yo, we're gonna hang out a little bit today, man. We're gonna be talking about some new indie fighting games that are just on the horizon. There are a couple of new fighting games that are about to be released. One little lovely, a nice little small package, which I'm very excited about, from Sunshine FGC, which we're going to talk about. And I was surprised to hear that this was coming out. We only got to wait like another, 8 days or something like that. It's just a week away. We're going to have a brand new fighting game to play. But there are some other ones. I stumbled across a new build of a game called Knockout Arcade on itch.io, which we're gonna dive into. And maybe chat about some other fighting game stuff. I had some great questions, or some great, I guess, ideas proposed from Mohast on Mohast Gridlock on Twitter. And they were talking about some like fighting game design stuff and talking about the idea of neutral in fighting games, and I find that very interesting. So maybe we're gonna talk about that a little bit as well. We're gonna get some nice little FGC talking. But we got some new fighting games to talk about. We got some fighting game news to talk about. There's some tournaments on the horizon which everyone should be paying attention to. Not the least of which is Evo Japan and Combo Breaker. But we're gonna get into that in just a second. For now, yo, I hope y'all are doing well. What do y'all got on deck today? I hope you have a nice little cup of cocoa or something like that. I am prepared with some caffeine and some water. Hey, Super HC. Foxy, good afternoon. Hey, how fitting. We're gonna be playing a little bit of Robo O today as well. We're gonna check out some chunky pixel fighting games, and Robo O is always on my list of fighting games to play. And there is a new demo out for Robo O on the Foxy Boxy Games website. You can go to foxyboxygames.com and play a training mode demo for version Robo O version 3.0, the upcoming version. So I've been playing nothing but the Super Robo O alpha that I got access to recently, though it is kind of similar in design to a lot of the ideas that are happening in Robo O 3.0. So hopefully I'll be able to port that over. But last time I tried Robo O 3.0, I think there were only 4 characters. This demo has access to all of them. So we're going to see what the new tag system can do with a couple different character loadouts. Some things maybe I don't usually play with. We're going to explore today. It's going to be fun. And then, of course, Heatwave. Yo, the chunky pixel air dasher from Monochromatic Hermit. Monochrome Soft, their game Heatwave, just got an update just yesterday, I believe. And it is fast approaching version 1.0, and I am so excited for that game to properly launch. It's going to be fantastic. So we're going to play a little bit of that too, and get back into some air dashers, because that is definitely a mode I like to be in. Yo, alright, but right now, let us kick off the day. Happy Niche Fighter Monday.
Niche Fighter Monday.
Ah, yes, Niche Fighter Monday. And what better way to start off Niche Fighter Monday than by checking out a brand new niche fighting game? So, yo, let's kick it off. Let's take a look at Train Tracks Combat from Lane D. Howard, also known as Sunshine FGC on Twitter. This is a game I think I first saw some clips of this. When did I first see some clips of this? It must have been... Yeah, it must have been almost... I feel like it was almost a year ago. And I was I love this art. I love this kind of art style. This, I guess I kind of want to call it... I want to call it stickman art style. There's like... Y'all remember those like old Flash animations and all those Flash games that had like stickmen, or basically like the simple vector shaped characters, like people you'd see on like road signs and stuff like that, and you get these wild animations and these weird funky platformers and fighting games with them. I feel like this is like an extension. Yeah, Fat Stickmen, right? I feel like this is kind of an extension of that art style, and you've seen it with games like Project Knockout and its spiritual successor, as well as there are other games like Stickman Fight and a handful of others which kind of embrace this style, right? So I was immediately taken by it, and I love this idea, man. Train Tracks Combat. So right, welcome to Train Tracks Combat. Choose your commuter and duke it out in Chicago's own California Blue Line stop. Yomi Hustle, thank you. That's another really great recent example there, Steamy. Yomi Hustle is another one that really used that kind of art style, right? And it's like an excellent idea for a developer, especially an indie developer. I mean, it's not to say that it's just, oh, the art is easy, it's not going to cost anything, but I think it's a much more economical art style and aesthetic that you can accommodate as an indie developer, compared to having to do, you know, top of the line 3D CG graphics and rigging and the animation that accompanies that, etc., etc. So yeah, sometimes simple is better, and this is one of the ways that, yeah, devs can kind of take advantage of that. And I think it's very evocative too. Like I said, I saw this and it immediately pops out from a lot of other fighting games that you might necessarily see just scrolling through Twitter. So here, let's take a look at the trailer. Gritty. Oh god, the people's champ. And like, yo, this is a game that totally just embraces everything about its like concept and conceit. I love it, right? The end of the line as the round ender, the fact that you have a bullet train as a character, and Gritty, the people's champ. Come on, the hometown hero. I love a good, yo, the gun juggles, that was actually pretty sick. Okay. The dash forward off of gun, I love it. Yo, Mrs. Hive? I hadn't seen this character, actually. I hadn't seen the portrait art for that character. Oh man, this game looks pretty wild too. Yo, so April 17th, we only have, what, 8 days or something like that? 8 or 9 days to go. We're gonna be able to check out Train Tracks Combat, and I love it. So there's gonna be 4 characters. Short hops and wave dashes, which I think is really interesting, as well as a parry mechanic. And then it's going to be relatively bare bones, right? So no online, but you got training dummies, CPU for the single player experience, and local battles. Right, 4 characters, and it'll cost you, which I love. It'll be the price of a train ticket. You need to hop on the metro. It's going to be what, $215, I believe, or $250. $250 is what it's going to cost you. Right? I love that. A nice, like, small, concise package. It looks like it's a really kind of just like, here's some cool special attacks. Just go wild with your unique abilities, right? Very much kind of like Heatwave from Monochrome Soft embraces that kind of ethos as well, of just like, you know what, go wild. Like, everything in this, in that trailer kind of indicates that, right? Barnacle Bill has the cannon. Right? Miss Hive with the air mobility, with like the flutter. I'm curious how the beehive itself works, if it's just a standard projectile or if it like stays out. It seems to stay out for a little bit. I wonder if it's made in Ikemen, and wonder if net play is possible. Ooh, that's interesting. Actually, let me... Made with Unity. So, I mean, depending... It theoretically, there could be... They could do an online or even a rollback implementation. But built in Unity, so... I would wager not. Yeah, Barnacle Bill looks super sick. Are you kidding me? You have the... First of all, you have, like, the anchor whip, and then you can summon the fish buddies. That is so sick. Combo off the raw DP? Man. This looks really good. Like... I am very impressed, and I'm very happy that a developer is just saying, small package. You know what? You want to get the core experience. It is about local versus multiplayer. It is about being able to do fun, cool stuff in training mode, and it's about testing yourself against an AI. If you can do those like 3 core things with 4 characters that are unique, an interesting art style, an interesting aesthetic, or an interesting shtick, like, that is great. And like, keep it relatively short. Because, okay, we're going to talk about another game, an upcoming indie fighting game in just a minute, which is a game that has been, I think we're going to look back on some modern indie fighting games and be like, y'all went through some indie dev hell, right? And I don't want my developers to go through indie dev hell. So, right, like, I want them to be able to have a, like, basically a concise development cycle where they could get through it, release something, be proud of it, right? It doesn't have to be this magnum opus, right? Like, you can have smaller bite-sized games that achieve a lot of really important goals for a creator. So let's try that, right? And so, like, I love seeing examples like this that are just like relatively quick turnaround time, very clear design vision, that is like looking to be realized really well. And so I'm super stoked. Lord knows this is making an appearance on Niche Fighter Monday when when it launches. Bullet Train can do spin fake outs? Yeah. So like, yeah, it seems to be like spin off of Gunshot, right? Or because yeah, you like puts on the hat, spins in, spins out. Yeah, Foxy, right? 4 characters, small game. It's nice. It's like each character can be very unique, right? I mean, you start getting to a point when you're making a cast of 25, 35, 40 characters in some of these games, right? And you get a little bit of like portability between them, and so you get some sameness in some ways, and that's a very common complaint. A lot of players don't like the rehash. There were so many complaints about like modded characters basically in like the Street Fighter 4 days. People complaining about Ryu, Akuma, Oni, Evil Ryu, right? Like and all of these variations, right? So people complain about like the clone or the echo characters in Smash Brothers. So instead have a small but very varied and unique cast, and I think that is that can be much more valuable in some ways. Right? Barnacle Bill, launcher into anchor whip, shoulder charge wall bounce into launching fish is so sick. You know that combo's still going. Yeah, and the gritty, once again, wall bounce, dragon punch. Oh, it's off of a parry. That starts with parry. You can see it right over here when the clip resets. It starts with a little parry. Oh, the relatively slow fireball is such a cool thing for characters as well. This like slow fireball into jump in combo off of it. I do love me some of that. That's not even that slow too, so it still like seems practical as a like neutral projectile tool as well. A DP into a little combo? Yeah, what's a cute little DP into a little combo, man? I just want me some of that. I love it. So I'm really excited for this. Definitely, y'all here. I will drop you for everyone in chat. I highly recommend you go check this out. April 17th for $2.50, you can get yourself a brand new indie fighting game. I hope y'all check it out. I want to see people posting about it. I want to see people come by here in the basement. Maybe we host a Parsec session and get some games in. That would be great. All right, so from Train Tracks Combat, courtesy of Sunshine FGC, we're moving to another game that is actually, you know what? No. Let's hold off on that. We got a little bit of news coming up. Uchu Mega Fight and Robo O are having their own little side tournament at Evo Japan. This was great, man. If you did not see the Uchu Mega Fight Robo O tournament from Evo Japan last year, it was phenomenal. And I kind of love that Grand Sky is a character that like exists in the like Japanese like competitive meta, and that doesn't exist in the North American meta. Like I can count on one finger. Like there's Mohas Gridlock that I know of that plays Grand Sky. Like I can't really think of another player who really plays in any of the Robo O tournaments that plays Grand Sky. And yet you have them doing very well as people players doing really well with Uchu Zine and Sudakis and such, who are characters you don't often see in the, like I said, in the North American Robo O scene. So I'm very, very, very excited to see what happens, especially considering, if I'm not mistaken, it will be Robo O 3.0 that is being used in the, and Foxy's here, please correct me if I'm wrong, but my understanding is it's going to be Robo O 3.0 being used at Evo Japan? Or is it merely being demoed? Because I would love... Yes, excellent. Because I really, really want to see what some amazingly talented players are gonna do with the new system. Yeah. That's interesting. The new changes, especially if you're able to use Hyper Duo mode. Ooh, this is very exciting. So I can't wait. It's April 27th. This is going to be happening, and not only Robo O, of course, Uchu Mega Fight is having a tournament there, as well as some other fantastic games. Ultra Fight to Kyanta 2 has a tournament at EVO Japan, which everyone should check out. Hayama themselves is an amazingly dedicated indie game dev, and it's the Kyanta tournaments are always fantastic. It is such a fun game, and fits right in, man. I don't know, like those 3 games, I feel Kyanta, Mega Fight, and Robo O are all kind of like, they're all kind of kindred spirits in my mind. So we'll see what else happens. I don't know if there's going to be a special surprise at EVO Japan. I know that Uchuzine and Foxy are working on, not only are they working on their own games, which are being featured here, and Robo O 3.0 and Super Robo O are being worked on by Foxy, but they are also working together on Uchu Mega Fight Cross Robo O, which I'm really interested to see what happens with that game coming forward. I mean, we're talking about upcoming indie fighting games right now, and I mean, Robo O 3.0, in my mind, isn't like, it's such a fundamental change to the Robo O system. It's kind of its own thing. It's kind of a title update. Think of moving to Super Turbo, right? And Super Robo O is on the horizon. It might be a little far in the distance, but it's on the horizon. And then we have this Uchu Mega Fight Cross Robo O. So I'm not sure if we're going to get any news about it at EVO Japan. I think that would be really interesting. And what is going to happen with that system? I'm intrigued as to whether or not it's going to be a kind of CVS style where you have this, everyone has access to a version of one of the modes from their respective games, right? So Uchu Mega Fight has 3 different styles of fighting styles that you can select for your characters. And then Robo O is going to have their Hyper Drive and Hyper Duo modes. So, right, is it going to be like 5 grooves, basically? I'm not sure how it's going to be presented. But I'm really interested. Or is it going to be more of its own thing? Is it going to be like a Blaze Blue, the cross battle, right? Cross tag battle, which is kind of, does take elements from all the different games that are part of that that crossover, but kind of meld them into their own unique thing. Which, so I mean, it's interesting. You can really go one of like either direction to do it, right? So I'm intrigued. Foxy saying that Uchuzine-san is a fan of the X-Men fighting games. We will develop a versus game by that image. That is very exciting. I am a huge fan of X-Men vs. Street Fighter and the various Marvel versus games. So, and even within those, you have very different styles of games. I mean, you could consider X-Men Children of the Atom as a versus, like a proto-versus game. It's probably one of the first ones you could consider a game in this versus series. Which is very distinct from something like X-Men vs. Street Fighter, which is very distinct from something like Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or 3. So you have a lot of choice within that realm of versus games, and that's very ripe for crossover potential, right? And I'm interested in seeing how that goes about. Oh, we're gonna get another giant robot fight. Oh man, I love me some giant boss fights. Like the Apocalypse fight from X-Men vs. Street Fighter is so good. It is delightful. Oh man. Even like because you got like Cyber Akuma as well. But man, those Apocalypse fights, those like, yeah, give me a fight that's like, it reminded me of kind of like Mega Man. Like the Mega Man X boss battles, like the Sigma boss battles, those always struck me as very like similar to the giant boss battles from the Versus series. There's something about that format, it just works. Right, PJ? So starved for a new crossover game. Oh man. And I love it, that it's happening in the indie world. There's actually a handful of crossover games happening in the indie world. Oh, what can we do? What would a new boss look like? Yeah, what would a new twist on the giant fighting game boss look like? I really love the implementation that you did in Robo O, to be honest. But that's a great question. What could you do to expand on that, right? You'll take Kellogg's versus General Mills? You don't care? What if I told you that there was a breakfast cereal versus fighting game in the works? I mean, what if I told you that? Because there definitely is, and I have no idea. I hope it doesn't become vaporware, man. All right. So moving on. Outside of course, Evo Japan, there is also, and now it's time to talk about the other. Okay, so another upcoming, yeah, the new age of breakfast. Another upcoming indie fighting game, which has been upcoming for several years now, is Blazing Strike. Rare Breed Games is making Blazing Strike, and this is an ode to the old school SNK and Capcom fighting games of like the late 90s, early 2000s, right? And I talked about Blazing Strike as a game to look out for in like 2021, right? And this game has been through a little bit of growing pains in getting released. I mean, as many games do. Like, making video games is not an easy endeavor, right? It takes a lot of time and effort, and there are things that can hold you back on the way, especially for solo devs. And Rare Breed seems to be making this game largely on their own. So, it could be a little difficult. But this is a game that actually, there's been some talk about Blazing Strike recently. Fellow YouTuber and streamer and talker of video games and fighting games, Go Lower, made this video, what's up with Blazing Strike? And they asked the question, what the hell's going on with this game? Where is it? Why haven't we heard anything about it? In 2022, the game dropped a release trailer, and it was supposed to come out, like I said, in early 2022, and then in late 2022, and then sometime in 2023, and now it's supposed to be summer 2024, and we'll see where it goes. But along the way, Rare Breed picked up a publisher, Axis Games, and fighting game fans, I'm sure, will know of Axis Games. They are a publisher who has worked with Arc System Works, developer of Guilty Gear. They published BlazBlue. They published a lot of fighting games over the years. And they have been a partner that has worked with indie fighting game developers for quite a long time. And some larger ones as well, of course. So it kind of wasn't a big surprise that Axis would decide to pick up Blazing Strike. Yo, what's up, Safety Man? Welcome to the show. The one little sad thing about this is that, like I said, in 2022, they released a trailer for this game, and since then, we have gotten very, very little. I think that we've gotten like 1, maybe 2 character trailers. One of them came out, I believe, in February, a character trailer that announced the summer release date. And so, one of the questions that Go Lower here asked was, what is Axis doing? Right? Like, if they're taking over publishing responsibilities, one could assume that involves some level of promotion, right? So, like, what are they providing? They're not providing any of the like PR or marketing or any of that kind of campaigning. Perhaps they've provided a a stipend for Rare Breed to be able to finish the game, and they're going to take a cut. Perhaps I don't know what kind of financial deal they have. Maybe it's strictly monetary, and that's why they're not involved in any of the other promotion of the game. But on top of Axis, and this is what, when GoLower brought this up, I was like, that's interesting actually. What the hell is going on with this game? What happened? What has Axis been doing since then? And if you look around, it's very little. They have largely promoted the pre-orders for the physical version of the game, which I was like, oh, that's interesting. That makes sense, right? Like, someone is, someone making Blazing Strike. And here, let's take a quick look at Blazing Strike. Right? And it makes sense, right? Like, Axis, this is exactly the kind of game that Axis is gonna try to support. It looks really interesting. I'm excited for this, like, old school Third Strike style game. But like, what have they been doing in the last 2 years to help promote the game? And like I said, it's been largely a matter of promoting the physical version. You can go pre-order now. You can get it at the Axis store, and you can get it at Amazon. And I was like, okay, that's cool. And so when I was looking for recent tournaments, and I came across a French tournament called HFS Summer. And HFS Summer announced that they're going to be hosting a Blazing Strike tournament. And I was like, holy shit. Like, this game is alive, right? So a lovely summer arcade gathering that has a ton of tournaments. They have their main tournaments here for Alpha 3, for Breaker's Revenge, Third Strike, and Street Fighter 2X. And then they got a bunch of community or family tournaments, including, right, BlazBlue, DDR, CVS, Magical Drop, Windjammers, right? Some Karnov in there. Yo, some nice niche fighters. Yeah, PJ, no, legit. I'm out here doing the sleuthing. This is really interesting to me, where I'm like, what the hell is going on? But alongside this, they thanked a company called Just for Games. And I go check out Just for Games, and I'm like, oh, interesting. Just for Games, alongside Numbskull Games and Axis, are honored to announce the next outing of a physical release for fighting game Blazing Strike, coming out to Nintendo Switch, PS4, PS5 in May 2024. Now, this was quickly retracted, except for on the Just for Games website. And it was like, no. Numbskull Games was like, we got ahead of ourselves. It's not the 24th, it's summer 2024. Don't worry about that. So it's still coming out summer 2024. But I'm like, Numbskull Games? Okay. Numbskull Games is a publishing assistance organization, basically. They're a company that helps primarily with physical games. They do physical versions and collector's editions, as does Just for Games. So, Axis takes over publishing rights, announces the physical version, announces the console versions. We're not entirely sure what they're doing. They might be handling porting responsibilities. They might be handling just financial aid and taking a cut, whatever the case may be. But then enter Numbskull Games and Just for Games. And they are the ones who are now responsible, seemingly, because this is what they specialize in doing the physical releases and collector's editions. So we have gone from having one company and doing nothing, as far as we could tell, outwardly to the public, other than handling publishing of the physical version of this game. And then we have two other companies who are also specializing in handling publishing of physical versions of games, who are now involved. And here's the fucking best thing. Just for Games is Maximum Games. They are Maximum Games France, and Maximum Games is actually Modus Games. Modus Games, the publishers of God of Rock and upcoming game Diesel Legacy. Also, you might recognize them from the Them's Fightin' Herds fiasco, right? They recently went through a rebrand where all of the subsidiary companies of Modus Games and that all the ones who are connected to that have been like grouped under the umbrella of Maximum Games. So it seems that Just for Games was part of that. And now they're under the Maximum Entertainment logo. Yeah, the plot thickens, right? So now we have Maximum Entertainment, formerly Modus Games. Okay, Maximum Entertainment France, formerly Just for Games, under the same umbrella that Modus Games became. Right? Super interesting. But we have now a little bit of a history, right? I think we have now a little bit of a history of Axis being hands-off and handing it off to someone else, perhaps Numbskull Games, who then handed it off to Just for Games, who has now been rebranded into Maximum via Modus. So, do we now have someone who was like a hands-off publisher who handed it off to someone else who has a history of bungling indie fighting game projects and their publishing and their post-launch nonsense? I am not super pleased about this development. Yeah, the plot thickens a bit, right? So now the question becomes not what is Axis Games doing, but what is Axis Games doing to make sure that Numbskull and Maximum Entertainment France are actually doing something, right? And in fairness to Maximum Entertainment France, they are the ones who arranged for Blazing Strike to be a part of HFS Summer, a part of this tournament. So, at the end of the month, I think it's the beginning of May. Here, let me check the date on this. HFS Summer. Right, happening in 24 days. Here we go. May 4th, around 3 p.m. on their Twitch channel. There is gonna be some Blazing Strike. So they are holding this tournament here, right? So, for all I've just said, to Maximum Entertainment France's credit, they have done the first thing in what I can tell is basically 2 years to help promote this game. And Go Lower is one of those fighting game fans and influencers and talkers or creators, artists, whatever you want to call them, who have been like big, huge boosters of Blazing Strike, right? And they have legitimately done more in from everything that I have seen to promote this game, like even more than the publisher of the game, right? And it's wild to me now that you seem to have like 3 publishers, and Rare Breed, who in fairness is probably busy finishing the game. Like, so my understanding of the initial publishing deal was that it would allow Rare Breed to focus on the game and finish development, right? And this is the thing where it's like I'm not even sure that anyone else is handling the console ports, because I have seen postings from Rare Breed working on and testing out the Switch version of these games. Perhaps it was a build that he received from the publisher who was working on the port, and he was just testing it out. That would be great, but like, is he also responsible for all the port jobs and the QA thereof? Like, I'm really curious where Axis, where Numbskull, and where Maximum Entertainment are stepping in to help get Blazing Strike across the finish line, outside of, you know, promoting their physical releases, which is like their vested interest. Like, their interest is really to sell as many physical copies as possible. And right, like if they don't have to produce any physical copies until the game has actually gone gold, then they're not like risking anything. But it also means that they're not investing anything, right? So it's a real big shame. Like, so like I said, I really appreciate Go Lower making this video about what's happening with Blazing Strike. And like, I highly recommend you go check out the video yourselves, folks. And like, he does a good job of talking about the like the implications of what this means for like players. Like what happens? You lose your player base. We talked about this as well on the game dev 101 episode or stream that we did a while back, where, you know, if you're stuck in early access or development hell, right, and you've announced your game, and it's been 4 years since you announced that your game had to come out, and you've delayed your release date several times, a lot of players, man, they start writing you off, right? It's like that happens only so many times before a player just checks out and you lose them, right? So like this is the risk, where it's like, I don't want this to happen to Blazing Strike. I think the game is really interesting and deserves better than that, but where is it, right? Like, where is any of the information about it? Where are systems breakdown? Where are, right? And like, so I don't know. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that it appearing at a tournament is going to be the start of a little bit of a cycle. Because if this game is coming out in summer 2024 or shadow dropping in the spring, even worse, like, it's going to have no runtime, no runway, no lead time at all to actually build up the appropriate amount of buzz. And this is like a perennial issue with a lot of indie games, where you'll see that their promotional runs will be like a week or two, maybe 3, right? And it's like, you should probably be looking at a 3-month lead to your release, right? And there is like an announcement or a tease before then. But even if you don't do that and you're doing straight, you go from non-existence to a 3-week major marketing or 3-month major marketing push, you can appropriately get like people through your marketing funnel into becoming really interested in your game, and fans and members of your community, and then eventually be the people who buy your game, right? But like 4 years of game's gonna be out in 3 months, and then like almost radio silence. And then if this game drops, everyone's going to be like, what game, right? And that'll be the worst thing to happen. So I really hope that's not the case. But we have a chance, at the very least, to see something here from HSF Summer, which is going to be May 3rd to 5th. So I believe the pools for Blazing Strike are going to be on the 3rd, and then on the 4th at around 3 p.m., they're going to have the final stream. So finally, we're going to get to see some actual gameplay and competitive footage. Oh, look. So yeah. So there you go. We got a couple indie fighting games that are worth looking out for and important to keep an eye out for. And then we have some tournaments coming up very soon. So end of April, we got Evo Japan. Beginning of May, we have HSF Summer, as well as Combo Breaker, which is going to be featuring games like Plasma Sword and Jackie Chan Fist of Fire and Street Fighter the Movie, and oh my god, so many cool games. I think Polar Bear is going to host they're hosting Cyberbots, as well as possibly Dankuga. I believe it's going to be Dankuga, which will be really cool. So a lot of really great stuff coming out for indie fighting games. And then Train Track Combat from Sunshine FGC, happening April 17th. So, hey man, just a week away from something really cool that you can get your hands on, and then new exciting footage from really interesting fighting games, and some, as well as some great competition. Like, I love that so much of the niche and obscure and indie fighting game stuff is very much community driven, where I see more like community lobbies and get-togethers than I do tournaments for these styles of games. The tournaments that do happen tend to be a lot wilder, and maybe there are like, you get a lot of these games in mystery events, which are kind of a different vibe for a competitive environment. But seeing them appear at Combo Breaker, seeing them appear at like Vortex Gallery and Evo Japan as a side game, that's really exciting, because I think as much as I love the community and the casual aspect of the niche and the indie, I also really want to see the competitive aspect of it, because a lot of these games are very legitimately competitive. So it's exciting to get to see some of the best players of these games come out and like really showcase their talent. And it's fantastic, because like Combo Breaker is a bit of a home for the North American niche fighting game scene, and Evo Japan seems to be becoming a home for the Japanese indie fighting game scene. So it's you start getting the best of the best making a point of coming out to these places. So you get really, really interesting competitive showings. So Evo Japan's going to be fantastic. Combo Breaker's going to be fantastic. And HFS, which honestly is a tournament series I have not heard of before. So I'm stoked to have found a new one for myself as well. Okay, friends. That's some good chat. That's some good chatting. I appreciate it. I hope you found something to keep an eye out for and get excited for. Yes, Foxy. Yeah, I hope more indie developers can use the event as well. Seeing you as well as Uchizine and Harama is really exciting. I'm really glad that you all are out there and have a presence there. Yeah, it's great. We need these really these big and small regional events to build community around, right? And then hopefully we can start connecting those communities. I'm really excited for when Kianta gets rollback, right? I've been waiting for that. I don't think it ever actually. I thought there was a beta test for it, but I don't think the rollback's actually implemented. I might have to double check. But like, there's an opportunity there to bridge two very geographically distinct communities who are really interested in a single game, right? And so yeah, I'm excited for more of those kind of occurrences. But having an event in like Evo Japan, an event like the Combo Breaker side events where people can really rally around them locally, gives people, it builds up the infrastructure so that there are people to play each other, right? Like, where that's always the struggle, right? We need to hit a critical mass for a lot of these things to really take hold, and that it just helps. All right, I'm gonna take a quick little break, friends. Grab yourselves a drink. We're gonna take a stretch break. We're gonna grab some water, and we're gonna be right back. And we're gonna play some chunky pixel fighting games. I have the Robo 3.0 web demo, which you can play too at foxyboxygames.com. And then we're gonna play Knockout Arcade, a new title that, well, it's been around for like 2 years, but a new update has released, and I just discovered it. So we're gonna explore that. And then we got some Heatwave, which is the music you hear playing in the background, which is what's gonna wrap this up. Monochromatic Hermits, Chunky Pixel Air Dasher. It's gonna be a good time. Stick with me, friends, here in the Digital Basement for Niche Finder Monday. We will be back in just a couple minutes. Welcome on back, everybody. Mr. MKL here. Like I said, it's Niche Fighter Monday. We're hanging out in the digital basement. This guy here is Mr. MKL. This girl here is my little girl, Miss Quinoa. Oh, she's my training partner. I hope y'all are doing well. And hey, yo, we actually have some Robo-O cross Uchu Mega Fight. Some lovely poster from last year's EVO Japan, which I was lucky enough to be able to get. Oh, that's hilarious, Foxy. The developers of Robo-O, Uchu Mega Fight, and Kianta are all living nearby and drinking together. It's become convenient to cooperate. I think this is not the case for many indie developers who are working hard by themselves. You truly respect such a production. 100%. It is so important to have a supportive, creative community around you. And so it's amazing that you have found that amongst a bunch of indie fighting game developers in your locale, right? So yeah, absolutely. Because you're right, you do. Like I said, Rare Breed really seems to be making Blazing Strike on their own, and doing something like that is tremendously difficult. So it is a shame, right? This is why you really hope when a developer like that manages to pick up a publisher, let alone 3 for some reason. That they really do something to push for the game's success, right? So hopefully we will see a bit of that. But it's amazing. So yeah, we have this is what we do in the indie game scene, man. We support our indies, and so we're gonna support them by talking about and playing a bunch of cool games. We're gonna start out actually today with some Robo-O 3.0. Let me bring up this game. Friends, you can try it yourself. I'm going to make sure to post it here in chat. The EVO Japan version with the brand new duo mode enabled. Ooh, it's exciting. And you know what I love? That there is an an actual, just like an emulator, the Foxytron, guys. Did you know, for anyone who hasn't been to Foxyboxy's website, you go to foxyboxygames.com. It is so cool. They have a ton of, like, community combos, and there's like leaderboards for different things. There's a bunch of tutorials. There's really a lot of cool stuff on there, as well as demos for some of Foxyboxy's games. There is an online version of Masumi Sushi Ace. They're one of their puzzle games. There is a demo for Robo-O, right? So like you can go and like just try these games in your browser if you are ever interested. And I love this little classic CRT TV. I don't know about you, man. I had one of these. I had one of these TVs with the giant clunk knobs, right? And like just there was something so satisfying about just clunk and turning it to the right station. But yeah, lovely little presentation there. And hey, look at that. April 27th. Robo-O and Uchu Mega Fight at EVO Japan. Mark your calendars, friends. Oh, I have to... Let me just reload the site. It was not letting me set my buttons. Oh, that's why. That's why. It has not read it as player 1. There we go. Let's fix that. Haha. Oh, wait. Before I forget, we are going to be playing the brand new Hyper Duo mode. Here we go. So, who are we going to take a look at today, friends? All right, so I'm gonna try out Sutakis, and I don't know. Do we have any requests? We could go random. Oh, whoops. Let me fix that for y'all. Boom, there we go. All right. So, Sutakis is one of those characters that, she's one of the more recent characters that appeared in Robo O. I saw some really impressive stuff with her last year at Evo Japan, which made me kind of interested in what she has on offer. Okay, cool. No, okay, I got Megastar. All right. I do like, right, standing kick is launcher. Ah, yes. The sliding attack. That is... Ooh, now, yeah. Is that 3? No, not quite 3. I was gonna say, yeah, a good old slide attack. I do love that. That's a hit. Yeah, that combos. Ooh. From max range? Nice. So that's really nice. If you, like, as, like, a whiff punish, like, that's a good distance. Into quarter circle back. And then you have... dash cancel. Mmm. No, and you can't juggle with it, though. But that's fine. Realistically, because... Slide... Oh, right. I gotta remember, I have to wrap my head around it being the duo cancel, right? Oh, right, 5 hits now. So, okay, what do we have for Sutakis and Megastar? Because I can get Juggle, yeah, maybe Juggle off of that. And I should just go Command Normal. Oh. Man, look at that corner carry. That's still... you really... I should be getting more out of this. That keeps them grounded, right? Even the no, the heavy launches. Okay. So if I do that into slide, then I can keep them grounded for the dash attack. Yeah, I would wager when your battle director gives a character a really interesting tool or a new tool, something tells me they'll want to use them in tournament as well. Okay. Is that what we're looking at? That's nice. 2 bar, 50%. I can go into EX after that. Wait a second. If I dash cancel... no. Never mind. I don't think I can dash cancel... the last hit, which doesn't launch, right? Yeah, no, it has to launch off of Sutakis' Dragon Punch. But yeah, I guess making sure to keep them grounded for as long as possible is probably the way to go. Right. Okay, here we go. Let's see. And that's just like the straight like tag into easy B&B route, right? Because I think even going for the Sutakis EX Dragon Punch is going to be the better damage as an ender. Ah, right. Yeah, absolutely, Foxy. You're right. The hyper duo mode is particularly strong on the ground, as opposed to the hyper drive, which focuses on juggle attacks, and so ends up being extremely strong when you juggle your characters. When you juggle characters, I found that very interesting because it is something that, in earlier versions of Robo O, even it seemed beneficial to keep, at least for some characters, to keep them largely grounded, right? But yeah, the juggles at the end was really it, and I think if you watch players like Griffy Bones with Ring King, they show the power of the potential of juggles with hyperdrive mode. But I love that it is very like that. Yeah, the two modes are really designed for distinct advantages. That's pretty good. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. Using the one gauge for the hyperdrive, so being able to use it a lot is really, and it really benefits you if you are very comfortable with two characters, right? Having the ability to swap between characters and go for a mix-up with, like, which will be a different one depending on which character you end up with. I don't know. I love that. I love that as a dynamic as well. Wait a tick. Yes, I did. I just comboed Crouch Heavy off of that. Oh, my lord. Okay. Can I get jab jab? No, it doesn't work. Because I'm looking for this loop now, right? Can you get the right spacing to get Dragon Punch and be left plus enough to get another forward heavy? You might only be able to get... No, I think you can, man. I definitely got this, so... Yeah. Oh, man. Does it not let you? Interesting. Because that's 3... Oh, it's not 3 hits? Ooh, I thought that actually comboed. Okay. The medium command normal does. And then you can get that into sweep. Oh, dang it. Oh, it was, light. I was trying to see if it could connect from light. But it doesn't seem to. It's the command heavy will connect. And so, yeah, command heavy, light, and then you can... Oh, it is possible at close range? Because that's... Oh. There you go, heavy. Yeah, okay. That's interesting that heavy does connect, but the light attack doesn't. Is that to prevent these loops? Because you can do... Yeah, you can do light... From some spacings, you can. Because that'll be 4 hits. Yeah. But if you could do that into light again, then you'd be able to loop it. And that's what I was initially looking for, was that into that. But I should be able to go that into that. Which is nice. Yeah, there is a danger of an infinite combo, so I'd like to look closely. I hope you can connect the light axle. Because, yeah, absolutely. But, like, that seems like it's a very small range, right? That to allow this to connect into the light axle, but not allow light axle, that, and then back into a loop, right? Yeah. That being able to prevent that infinite is important. But it means that you do still have this little combo, right? Which I appreciate. The command normal, light, and then into the heavy. Ooh. Oh, no, didn't connect. Oh, yeah. Okay, never mind. That seems like it's probably the most optimal for her as well. Maybe light, possibly using multiple lights, that is oftentimes more damaging, but... Oh, whoops, wrong one. I keep missing my command normal for some reason. That's a lot, and I still have 2 whole bar. Thank you, yeah. Didn't even use the duo tag. Ooh, perhaps... No. Ooh, so many options. Oh, so many options, Foxy. Just finish it. I could do so much more. Oh, wow. This is the fun. This is the joy of developing combos. Yeah, missing the link on 2H. But this is one of the great things about Robo O, is like, honestly, the explosiveness of the damage is just fantastic. Like, seeing players like Gillyboat and Griffy Bones really, like, take their characters to the max is amazing to see. Ooh, you can't quite get it. I think maybe from here. Still missing it. Oh, I canceled into super by accident. Oh, wow. All right, well, friends, it's time for the doppelganger to come track me down. It is, sorry, Mrs. MKL just came in to tell me it is nighttime outside because the eclipse is happening. And it's true. If you look outside, it was gray. It was overcast. It is black outside. It is dark as night. Which, as we all know, means the void has opened and our doppelgangers are coming for us. I will be prepared to fight them off. Oh, interesting. I'm having trouble connecting it now. I must be off of my game. There you go. Ah, still too far. Ooh, perhaps I should save my command normal juggle. Can I even? No, can I? Oh, I might not be able to link EX off of the heavy DP. Ah. You and your doppelganger would probably play games? I would hope doppelganger MKL would come in and sit down and play some Robo O with me, actually. I would genuinely hope so. The only problem is that it would be a mirror match, right? Like, it would inevitably have to be a mirror match. An endless series of draw games. Oh man, that's like Dante's Inferno, man. All right. Dim Cyber. And my good friend Nekogami. Alright, let's see how they do together. Just as a nice little basic combo team. Oh, right. Back heavy for the command normal. I think they'll do alright. I think they'll do all right together. I gotta remember, it's the back heavy for Neko's command normal. See, maybe it's worth just keep going for the, Cause your supers deal damage based on, like, which level they are, if I'm not mistaken. So, like, having only the level 1 super available, at the very end, it might be worth going for another command dash, right? Oh, right. 3rd hit launches for Dim Cyber. Doesn't have the 5 hits like Megastar. Okay, let's see what we got for corner carry on this. Full bar, take him to the corner. All right. Damn. A little slow. Got the good juggle afterwards, though. Okay. Ooh, was this frame data changed? Oh, I think Neko might have changed. You used to be able to do this from max range. It's still okay, but yeah, you have to go. Even the heavy doesn't connect. All right. Intersetting, man. So there's gonna be some nice big changes here for Robo O. I know players like Leo Luster have just been waiting to get their hands on this. Yeah, because even that missed. Okay. You have to be really tight, especially on the duo dashes, to make sure that Nekogami is within the right range to get her 2-hit command normal. Otherwise, I mean, she can just go for... she can stay closer and go for stand heavy. And frankly, like, stand heavy into that is pretty dang good because stand heavy is an overhead. And then this is a low. Yo, Mage, what's going on? If you tried heavy dim hacker at a close range... Ooh. Interesting. Oh, 'cause yeah. Ah, I see what you mean. You're right, because it puts them... It puts them at a pretty decent height. There you go. Yeah, Mage, there's a handful of fighting games developed for the Pico 8, not the least of which is Uchu Mega Fight. So, Uchu Mega Fight from Uchizine is made in the Pico 8. There is... there's a couple of... They're more fighting game adjacent. There aren't as many traditional fighting games available for the Pico 8, but there are a couple of interesting, like... high-flying, aerial combat, movement-oriented games as well. I can see if I can dig up a list, actually. Whoo! The damage! Yeah, right. Axe characters. There's a couple of Dojin games who have these axe characters in them, and it makes me really interested. But you're right. You have to get like almost like medieval games. Like I think there's an axe character in Dual Souls. And Hellish Court. Yes. Good call, Super HC. Foxy, that is an immense amount of damage. And it's funny because yeah, Dim Cyber is definitely has a super that it's like, because the way it works, I don't know if those are completely random or not, but they're so disparate that it really depends on how many of them hit and at what height. Right? Because that whiffed completely. Right? That got a couple hits. But yeah, really quick cancel off of that, especially in the corner. Oh, nice, Mage. A couple of you folks are working on something. I would... I would be interested in seeing what other projects on Pico 8 work. I have no idea what Uchuzine did to make Uchu Mega Fight function properly on the Pico 8. Something to note, like the Pico 8 is has some very strict limitations. Like, you have tokens which correspond to like characters used in your code, and you have a limited number of them, right? And so like you can literally only make a game so big, which means that you have to have really economical use of your code base in order to be able to produce something that requires a lot of working parts, which fighting games often do, right? So it might behoove you to look at a much more expandable system. You believe Uchizune-san is not human. UMF can be developed by greater skill by Pico. Yeah, you're right. He is an absolute. They are an absolute machine. I have no idea how they managed to pull it off. It is quite remarkable. I don't know how it would be. Actually, it'd be interesting to look at the Uchu Mega Fight code base. Some games allow you to look at it pretty readily. So, yeah, you have to manage your working memory extremely carefully. The thing about the Pico 8 is that it's a fantasy hardware standard, right? It is like an arbitrarily designed set of hardware limitations, or hardware limitations because there is no physical hardware to it, right? So it uses theoretical limitations, which is great, and it's interesting, and it means that you have this, like, you have to think in alternative ways to work within the system, which can create some really interesting game designs. But it means that if you're trying to do a specific thing and the system isn't designed to do that thing, you might just be beating your head against that wall. And it's like, I don't know how much benefit are you going to get from that? Like, I think Uchu Mega Fight is an extremely interesting example of something that is technically very impressive, very fun, and very interesting and impressive as a game itself that worked out. But yeah, I don't know if all developers necessarily want to go up against those limitations, right? Especially now when the world of like fighting game development tools is so much broader. Because that's it. You could recreate the vibe in a different engine. I mean, like, Robo O is designed as an NES game aesthetically, right? Even in terms of limitations, it embraces a lot of the limitations of the NES hardware, which is great. But it's not built in assembly, right? Like, it's not. It's like, maybe a version was, but this isn't. It's built in Godot. And there's a framework that applies those limitations, right? So, yeah, you can get the vibe in other systems and still be more expansive and remove the negative things, like there's no screen flickering, there's no slowdown in Robo O, like there would be if it was on an NES. So, yeah, there's always Godot, there's always Ikemen, there's always Universal Fighting Game Engine if you wanted to, right? There are a lot of tools right now. If you want to make a platform fighter, there's Platform Fighter Maker, there's there are modern tools being developed that you could at least prototype in, like you said, quickly prototype in, like in Godot or in Ikemen. Even in Mugen, if it's much more conceptual and you're not planning on using that as a core code base, there are things you can do there. So, but yeah, I think it's the Pico 8 in particular. I am very fascinated by it as a oh man, my camera's gone. Yeah, I am very fascinated by the Pico 8 as a platform, and I think it's worth looking into, right? And I think I'd like to see more games designed in it. But yeah, like, definitely got to know what you're getting into. Yeah. Happy to share some advice. I mean, though, if you did want to go that route, there are folks like Uchizune who have a lot of great experience in it, and they have Foxy was just talking about how great of a development circle they have there. Granted, there's going to be a language barrier, but there might be something there. All right, give me a second. I got to switch my camera. Yeah, the more you use Godot, the more you like it. Even use the native GD script now instead of C. Oh, interesting. It's great, man. Like, there's a lot of potential. You've seen the growth in developers using Godot over the last handful of years, and there are some amazing projects, Robo amongst them, that are coming out. So, yeah, I think it's a very fertile development ecosystem right now, with a lot of great resources and a lot of big updates. Though that also means sometimes if there's a big shift in what Godot is doing, I think they just had a major point release not too long ago. So there's probably not going to be one for a while now. But, right, it's always a risk when you're using an engine and they decide to do a major overhaul. It's like, can you take advantage? Can you migrate? Right? But there's almost something about the stability of the older and less, maybe less feature-rich systems like Ikemen to that, because there aren't major changes happening like that can mess with your development. Lately, the release of Picotron has fascinated some of the Pico 8ers. It's a new product. Fantasy for making pixel art games, animations, music demos. Another curiosity. It has a toy operating system designed to be a cozy and creative space, but runs on top of Windows, Mac OS, or Linux. Picotron apps can be made with built-in tools and shared with other users in a specialized 256K cartridge format. Interesting. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, yeah, that's their audio tools. All right. And then Lua Terminal. Oh, that's fascinating. Lexaloffle is amazing. So yeah, you can see here. Yeah, Lua 5.4 with Pico 8 compatible features. '64 definable colors, 480 by 270 or 240 by 135. Graphics have blend table, stencil clipping, 8-channel tracker, 64 node synth. And then yeah, 256K carts, right? So very, very limited. That's super cool, man. Technical details. Oh, that's super cool. So yeah, you can see their color palette here. Low spec machine and web browsers. Oh, this is fascinating. Thank you. Yeah, a complex game is possible by Picotron. For example, UMF needs 16 carts. It uses 16 carts? You know, I knew that there was an ability to do, like, cart linking to make more complex Pico 8 games. I had assumed that, like, that it was, like, a 4-cart layout or something like that. You're telling 16 carts? The first version was just one, right? That's where you would begin. So like, yeah, at some point I was like, there's no way. This is way bigger than any Pico 8 game, like any single cart Pico 8 game could be. But I didn't realize it had expanded that much. That is phenomenal. It is such a, like, it's such a testament to the work of some of our developers here. That's amazing. Oh, interesting, Super. There's Flashpoint does have several Pico 8 developed games. If one were interested in checking those out, yeah. Haven't tried any, but you should sometime. For sure. I would love to hear a report about how those operate. I mean, I think platforms like the Pico 8 and now Picotron seem to be very much a throwback to some of the like design spaces of like Flash, right? Like Flash was a relatively easily accessible, low impact tool that could run on a lot of things, that had its share of limitations, but people could make something within that, right? And having those set of limitations in the Pico 8 or the Picotron is really interesting, and it's a way to get back to those kind of design principles, right? So I can see a little bit of a parallel there. All right. Let us move on with Niche Fighter Monday. Friends, what is up next? We're going to play Knockout Arcade. This game is one that I had discovered just a couple days ago. I've been doing searches on like on itch.io for games. I do searches on Steam for games all the time, right? And somehow this game has been sitting on itch.io for like 2 years. And it has managed to escape my search. It has managed to escape Andrea D's searches. I believe Gamers Gone Blind has... I don't think they've picked up on this one yet. And they usually pick up on all of these niche and indie fighters. So I'm super surprised that we have not come across this one yet. And so let's check it out. We got another very chunky pixel fighting game, which... I love me some of this art style, so. Oh, I might have to use my other one, change resolution. There we go. Hey, just checked. It has 379 games tagged with Pico 8, including Uchu Mega Fight. Yeah, there are a lot of Pico 8 games out there. How many of them are going to be fighting games proper? I'm not entirely sure. Oh. What happened to you here, friend? I lost my arcade stick. Let's try this one again. I also don't know why you are absolutely silent, game. There we go. Whoo! Maybe it's louder than I thought. All right. So, we have ourselves Knockout Arcade. This is from a developer called Jazzy Boy. And it's a 3-button fighting game. Oh! Fantastic. Just fall down a hole. So yeah, 3-button fighting game. Got a little auto combo. There's a special attack button as well. There you go. So apparently that's our training mode. Yeah, the game's hit sounds are quite loud. Yeah, I'm gonna turn those down. There we go. Let's see what this campaign mode is like. I am curious. Right, so yeah, light, medium, and heavy attacks. We got some command normals like forward medium here doing a special attack. Oh, sorry, an overhead. And then direction and your special button will do special attacks. I don't think there are motion inputs. Interesting. So there are motion input during move. Oh wow. That is still super loud. Man, the audio on this game is a little bit out of whack, I got to admit. I mean, honestly, this is kind of cute. I like this. This, like, little... Oh, nice. This little, like, platforming segment. Lets you try some little combos out. Oh, okay. During special... Right? Yeah, there's a lot of effort being put into the design here, like the little side character, the little background characters and NPCs and such. Krauser Industries? Excuse me? Excuse me? Krauser Industries? That's good. I like that. This is fun. I love this approach to the single player games, right? Just like... Map in progress. I got that sense. I think that's all we get right now, though. It's just the one level. But here we go. We have 4 characters. Gunther. I love the character. Man, the character designs are all really... They're like... all very distinct, really well animated. Like, I'm curious to see how that kind of influences the design, right? Here, let's... Interesting. So the only special attacks that you have, right? So we have our normal attacks here, light, medium, and heavy. And then we have a 1-button special, right? Which is like a 100-hand slap. Which, if you just do that attack, it'll do, right? Like, multi-punch, and then that. But if you press the special button, and then do quarter circle forward motion, here, I will turn on... Whoop. Here we go. right? So special attack, then quarter circle forward. Oh, I killed him. And it'll power up the move. So the only motion inputs are for your specials, and they happen after the attack press. Right? So like, it costs you bar, obviously. But yeah, usually normal special, quarter circle forward gives you the EX, which is a launcher. That's such a like an interesting way to go about doing your special attacks. And so yeah, you have a basic auto combo. You can do light, light, light. I believe you can also do light, medium, heavy, right? And which will give you a different one. And then you can like intersperse standing and crouching. So it's kind of a very like, I would say standard like anime-ish, like or chain system style combo structure, right? Which I think it makes sense. This is a very common one that you will find throughout the world of fighting games, right? So it's easy to get into. You also have this run here, but then having something really familiar like that, and then doing something a bit different with your special motion inputs, I think that's kind of a cool idea. Yeah, legally distinct giant. Yes, legally distinct giant lizard in the background. Ooh, okay. Oh, actually. Yo, she got the Wii Fit Trainer outfit? Come on now. That's fantastic. I really like the styling of the UI and everything like that. I mean, the nice, like, chunky pixel art, the big chunky, almost like half-size health bars at the top. I really love it. And everything has, like, really clear, is, like, very clearly communicated, right? Dude, she's got the come hither walk as well. This developer knows. They know. Yeah, the UI is very good. You feel that the programmers may also be in charge of the art. Yeah, I believe this is another like single individual or very, very small team at the very least. Ooh, that's so good. The little float on the down special in the air, and it juggles. Okay, and then forward and back special are the same, and then she has the up special, which is the up kick. Yeah, there's great like expression in these characters, even in the like the limited palette that they're working within, right? You get a lot of great, like the bounce on Russell's idle animation is great. Same thing here, right? Like it has such a good characterization in the like lotus pose for the crouch. The sweeping of the hair as she does a kick and turn around. But none of the animations distract from, like, the conveying the information, right? Like, it's very clearly she's snapping into her sweep. It's very clearly that she's snapping into a backdash. Oh, okay. I don't think, yeah, so they don't have, that's so funny. And you can see the stand-in animations, right? So, this is a build that was released for the Game Developers Conference for GDC 2024 that's just happening. So yeah, very clearly they don't have like all the final animations for her super, right? I love that. And but she's like kicking the ball. Same thing. I think just the happy face for the ball is a stand-in, right? That's so good. I wonder if it's gonna be like a yoga ball, I would guess. Ooh, super jumps as well. Any short hops? No, it doesn't seem to have short hops, though. And man, she has like the little capoeira spin kick as well. Ooh! So her EX follow-up is has a launcher as well. Oh, this is super cool. Okay. Oh man, I wish there was just like a proper training mode that I could just beat up on a dummy. Yashiro kick. Yo, what's up, Mono? I'm sure there's a bunch of like, cause already, right? I'm like, we fit trainer. Cool, cool, cool. I'm like, I feel like this kick is from something. It seems super identifiable. I love that. Like, honestly, man, the way her, like, hair flies out when she does this sweep kick is just excellent. It's a lovely little touch. I'm trying to figure out what her other... Here, you know what? I'll get to it in a second. I'll go into the non-training training mode just so I can see. Oh no, it just gives me him. Character select. Here we go. Oh, wait. Will this actually give me a proper training mode? Hey, Sylvie. How's it going? I think it... Oh, this might just be... Oh, this is just versus. This is super cool though, man. Like, I really like the look of this game. The chain window though is like very small. I mean, like, you gotta kind of give her. It's like, right? If you do a casual 1, 2, 3, like only medium into heavy connect, you gotta go 1, 2, 3, and it's like I have hit my heavy attack before my medium attack has come out. Yes, this is Knockout Arcade. I can't believe so many of us who, like, search for these indie fighting games on the regular managed to not come across this for, like, the last 2 years. It's kind of wild to me. But I really like this, right? Like 3 normal attacks and a dedicated special button. And then... yeah, you can follow up with motion commands after your special attack hits to do your EX attacks. It's a fascinating little system. But yeah, the game just got an update for GDC 2024. Here, I will get... Let me show y'all. Where you can try out the game yourself. You can grab it on itch.io right over here. Ooh, wait, she has a dive kick, my friends. Yes, and she can do it off normals. So yeah, down, medium kick in the air. Oh, could you imagine, guys? Could you imagine if this instant overhead, like... Oh. That would be dirty. Because that into dive kick, into low, into... Yeah. The frickin'... I'm sorry. The placeholder animations do give me a chuckle. Like... You must defeat Shenlong to stand a chance. I mean, we've heard it before, friends. Alright, what is Jay the Spirit type all about? Yo, to the Jazzercise studio. Yes. Oh, yeah, so you can see, right, the unfinished animations here. Alright, so very clear. This is the 4th character who has just been introduced. The Spirit character, of course, would be a stand character. So I think counter, launcher, oh no! We got ourselves a crash. Just for good measure. Yo, cannot contain the JoJos. That's for damn sure. Abort! Come on, there we go. Actually, since it was mentioned, oh, actually, let me back out. Yeah, we were talking about, like, game engines. This is made in Game Maker, actually, which I find kind of fascinating. Okay, yeah, you can even see if you look at Jay's move list, it's not complete. So I am very like, oh, the follow up for the down one is just another one. It's such an interesting system. Like, I wonder what compelled Jazzy Boy to say, what if motion inputs after the button, right? Like, oh. I need to change my inputs. Yeah, right? I think a lot of people have played around with GameMaker a little bit at least, so might have some understanding of how that works. But yeah, like there are people making fighting games in a whole boatload of different engines, and yeah. So it's like whatever you end up being there building your game in, like don't be afraid to just have it be the game you want it to be, and make it in the engine that you're comfortable with. Nothing should prevent you from doing that. It said it was special down up, but maybe it hasn't been implemented yet, because I can only get her Rekka series. Yeah. What if it's an aerial special? Good question. Let's find out. One more try. Nah, I don't think so. No, it's just that one. Yeah. So still, like, obviously still waiting for the move lists to be completed in this game. But like, yeah, the combo system seems pretty good. Like, if you go into 2 lights, so there you can do like light, light, light for an auto combo, or you can do ABC for a magic series. But like comboing in the magic series, right? Like, that's ABC, it didn't quite work. But if you do ABC, then it does. So like using that auto combo as a starter for your hit confirm, and then going into the rest of your magic series seems to be the ideal way. And I think, yeah, if you... Oh, yeah, I was hoping standing to crouching was going to act similarly, but it might not quite be. And honestly, this is something I've noticed with Game Maker games in particular, I feel, is that the input recognition can be suboptimal, right? If you're... yeah. Basically, it can be suboptimal. It doesn't always feel right. You got to be really cognizant of your input system with Game Maker in particular. I feel it has a certain vibe to it, much like 2D Fighter Maker does if you don't do a good job of kind of dealing with that, right? Do want to check something really quick. I want to see if they mention any other system mechanics. Special and run at the same time for a rush cancel. That is what I was looking for. Oh, I'm doing super, that's why. There you go. Okay, takes half bar. Just pretty cool. All right, I like that. Let me build up my meter here. All right. This is, yo, the struggles of no proper training mode, right? You gotta do this. Ooh. Oh my god, look at that, took a lot of meter though. Because I'm hoping, right, if you rush cancel the launch. What can you follow up with? Because her launcher, right, if I hold up, not until they touch the ground, you're completely locked out. Oh, see? No. I might have to... I'll see how late I can rush cancel then, I guess, right? That's the next question. Because if we can rush cancel... Oh, I lost all my meter. Fair. Ah. Man, I guess not, eh? I like this. Let's see. Who's working on Rylan Keeley? So four-person team leads. Yeah, okay. This is... Seems to be like a small team, less than 10 people. This is great. I love the presentation of this game. I love the fact that they are taking a stab at doing something a little bit more interesting. Having the, like, running you through the campaign mode, which is like a side-scroller style little challenge mode, right? Give me more of that. I think Mohas was talking about that in the Discord, where it's like, dude, I would play a game that is Smash Brothers Break the Targets. Just like, I would play a Break the Targets game. And there are so many little things you could do within there. Like realistically, like, yeah, where is the you know, Rayman or WarioWare style of fighting game, where there's a fighting game, you can go in there and you can do your verses, you got your training mode, you got all that stuff, and you go into single player and it's like, here's all this other cool shit. Duels of Fortune does a really good job of that, actually. I think that's probably the best example of modern day indie games who are really investing in interesting, variable, like single player content, doing stuff like collect the coin challenges. I mean, there's this lineage between fighting games and beat 'em ups. Embrace that lineage with your single player content. Like, I play beat 'em ups, I also play fighting games. I like beat 'em ups who use fighting game components. Why not? Why not do something with that in your proper fighting game to keep people there and playing, right? It's an interesting experience in its own right. And so this is really cool. Doing the like the retro, the like the big chonky pixels as a style, I think works really well for Knockout Arcade. And then yeah, a relatively small cast like a retro game would have, and you let people duke it out and have some interesting side modes. That's great, because we all remember beating up the car. Like, I'm sorry, I think we all have enjoyed beating up on a car in a bonus round or taking out some barrels in Street Fighter, right? It's like, more of that, man. That could be your single player mode instead of just an arcade ladder. Alrighty. Time for Heatwave, man. Are we all ready for some... Whoops. Bashing my mic. Are we all ready for me to smack my mic? Nope, that's the wrong Heatwave. Here we go. Games and demos, because I can never tell which Heatwave is the right Heatwave category. Oh man, this title screen is extremely beautiful, isn't it, Foxy? Oop, there's my camera. Let's see. I do see a message here. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've tried out Hitbox on the Pico 8. That's an interesting one. Uchi Mega Fight is a Street Fighter ripoff called Fighter Street 2, a He-Man game called Masters of the Universe, and a Mortal Kombat card battling game. Oh, that's cool. That's super cool. All right, we got some new UI, some new character portraits, man. Mono, I feel like this game is about to be launched at some point in time. Very soon. I feel like you're so tantalizingly close. All right. Let's just play some good old-fashioned games. Once you finish story mode, it will be complete. And so now I'm genuinely curious. I know you've put out like screens and like teasers of a Heatwave visual novel. Now, is your story mode going to be this visual novel, or can we expect there to be a standalone VN for your the universe, the Heatwave universe, the monochromatic gaming universe, whatever you want to call it, the MGU? Yeah, Steamy, Mono's been hard at work, man. Every time, like, they'll just pop up on my Twitter feed and be like, BT Dubs, new update. And I'm like, where have you been? You've been off in the wilderness. Yes, the story mode is the visual novel. Oh god, that's gonna be so good. I'm so excited. If it was an Andrea D game, there absolutely would be a giant blue question mark. Man, I love these portraits. I've had so much fun actually. So I've been doing some like video synthesis stuff and some glitch art stuff over the last little bit, and I've had a lot of fun processing and displaying some of these new Heatwave character portraits on my CRT here at home. So I've been posting some of that over on Twitter recently, if y'all want to check it out. And it's so good. Like, this kind of art style lends itself to the physics of how a CRT displays images so well. It looks gorgeous. There you go. I gotta go for my girl Mona. Oh, and I also did notice that there are three arcade modes, right? There's arcade, there's survival, and then there's question mark. Is that currently available? Do we just need to unlock that? Dang it. Okay, not currently available, yeah, but will be in the final version. All right. I've made a mistake. I turned the AI to difficult. It's hard mode. I don't think I'm prepared for hard. The question mark gets their own game mode. Yep, that's exactly it. Ah! Oh, that crossed up. Oh, good. The ad time came in just to see me get absolutely bodied. Beautiful. I love it. Let me try this one again in speed mode. I love power mode. I love power Mona in particular, but like, it's tough, man. It's tough sometimes. Just not having the like, in a game that's so fast, not having like a quick cancel or like a relatively easy like block pressure, like block string pressure, man, it's tough. Yo, some of the unlock challenges gamers going blind are tough too. Oh, come now. I should have just jumped. Now! Yeah, I think I legitimately made a big mistake by putting the AI difficulty to hard. Oh, come on. Come on. Yeah, I wasn't... There is definitely a survival mode challenge with... I think it's April? I think you need a specific assist along with her, though. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's definitely a survival mode challenge that I think you need to get through. I think it's 10 rounds. Yeah, no, there are specific combination unlocks because I definitely remember years ago doing the unlock for one of the characters, and like I swapped away to a different assist, and Mono was like, "No, can't do that." There you go, yeah. There's one in survival, you need Setsuna on your team. The other 3 are in arcade mode. Otherwise, there's an option in the settings menu, which is what I have used. I unlocked one of them, and then I was like, unlock code. Thank you! Oh, I got parried. My EX command grab got parried. Are you serious? Heck yeah, Menno. It is such a cool game. Yeah, I really hope folks pick it up and give it a go. It has so much going for it, honestly. Like, all right. Okay, I gotta try. I gotta, like, look. This is the team. This is what I started with. Maybe. Yeah, I'm very excited to see the story mode. I'm excited to see what other arcade modes we get. There's like so many cool characters is the thing. So yeah, the fact that we're gonna get a visual novel story mode is super exciting. Here we go, Hawk and Apollo. I can't believe that. I was doing fine at first, guys. Dang, get dribbled. Ow! Where's the pickup, Mike? There we go. My lord. This isn't even the nightmare difficulty, man. I swear, sometimes playing against AI is harder than playing against real human beings, guys. Like... Come on. Wow. This is stage 1. Yes, I will continue, I guess. Oh, the assists. Oh my. Oh my! Hello, that's some nice little lockdown you got going. Get away. I don't want to deal with you. I do love that even after she dies, her fireball stays out. Gotcha. And that's why Power April is fun, because just button into that level 3 super is something else. No, the delayed fireball. No, how did y'all hit me? Whoo, the backdash. No! Mike! No! I am thank you. I'm like, I am absolutely gonna frickin' die, aren't I? This is gonna be an adventure. Oh, I missed the pickup. I just wanted to go another ABC into super. Oh, nope, nope. Holding it together seems to be a little bit more reasonable as opposed to fighting the team. It's funny, I don't think I was ever really, like, concerned about the teams as a format, because you have, like, speed, power, and team as a style, but I don't know, man. Maybe I'm missing something about them. Shoot. Nope, bad burst. Aw. I didn't want to have to hurt you. Oh shit, power basil? Alright. Basil's another really good character. Command grab, the, like, charge attack. Oof, and then, yeah, and then the parries. Okay. Oh, come on! Just wanted to air dash over it. Nope. Thanks for that, Mono. I actually didn't know. It's been a minute. Oh, nice. And the EX ground bounces. Okay. Okay. Nice. Mmm. That's nice, man. Okay, because that leaves them, like, hanging up there, basically. So that if you can get them high enough and you hit them with a dive, you can actually, without the ground bounce, you can connect and re-jump. All right. Nice. All right. I like that, man. Shit. Let's actually see. Yeah, you can sometimes link 5A after the J214. Oh, but not after B. Wait, are you serious? J124B has iframes? Oh, fucking thank you. That's amazing. There you go. Okay, yeah, I see how the 214A pops them up even more, yeah. Alright. Back. Okay, I like that. That's super cute. Oh, wow. Because that's not OTGing them, right? Oh, it might be. No! Yeah, I keep going into the fireball instinctively, so I'm gonna have to train that 214 into my head. But launch fireball, dive, launch that, dive, catch, super. Need launcher. So sick. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. Just so I don't tear my hair out too much, I'm gonna go to standard difficulty. and we're gonna take a swing. We're gonna swing for the fences, and yo, let me give me Athena. Give me Athena as an assist. Why not? She's such a sick. Oh god, she looks so good. My, please. So the assist ranks, I believe, determine the speed of recovery. Right, where some will recover significantly faster based on their utility, basically. Higher ranked assists take longer to charge. And I'm curious, Mono, is the charge time universal across rank? Like all A ranks take the same time, or are they like ranges within within ranks? Okay, it's all the same per rank. All right. Dang it. Nope. Really? Fine, I'll take it, man. I'll take that. You gotta be so careful. Oh, pfft. What a crummy punish. Yeah, man, you really do need to, like, put yourself in a certain mind frame for speed mode versus power mode. And I wager team mode, which I have not explored enough, if I'm honest. Like, because the universal parry actually stuns when you're a power user, it becomes far more... Oh, I guess, unless you're another power user. You really gotta, like, be on point. Like, the way you cancel your attacks differs as well, so it forces you to basically reconsider your hit confirms. Spend the bar. Ooh, wait, it only stuns strike attacks, and all of her swords are projectiles? Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I should have just went right super. There we go. Yeah, with power users, and once you get down into your desperation move range, right, when your health bar color changes, power users can put out so much damage with that stuff that, like, literally just like button into super becomes like you can just fish for that, right? I've played some power users who definitely like change their attitude and their playstyle drastically when that happens. Ooh. Dang it. Nope, got thrown. Ow. Come now. Nope. Ah, I tried for the parry. As far as I know, it's built in... I don't know what it's built in, actually. That's a good question. But it's like it's its own engine as opposed to it being like Universal Fighting Game Maker or like one of the common ones you'll often hear. It's not Unity? Game Maker Studio. Oh, okay. I actually didn't realize this was a Game Maker game. So this and Knockout Arcade was also a Game Maker game. Oh. Look at me, I'm trying to be all clever. I should just go nuts. Hey! Thank you, Sunshine, for the follow. Much appreciated. That there is the developer of Train... What is it? Sorry, it's a Train... Was it Train Station Showdown? Trainwreck Combat? I was just talking a shit ton about it earlier on today. Train Tracks Combat. Yo, I'm very excited, Sunshine, to be able to check that out. It's going on my list for Niche Fighter Monday games once it launches. Yeah, it's always I really appreciate when developers are able to make it by the stream and check stuff out. right? Moonlight FGC. I mean, I need to get Moonatics in here. Oh, that's great. No, I'm glad that, honestly, I'm glad that people are finding the YouTube stuff helpful. I know not everyone likes being on Twitch, so if I can provide an alternative, I'm happy to. But yeah, no, like I said, we just took a look at the your itch.io page for Train Track Combat and checked out the trailer as well, which is super cool. And then just like started talking about the game a bit. So I'm excited to dig a little deeper for sure. A nice like small package indie fighting game. We need more of those in the world. Oh. Yeah, Benpei's so cool. Moonatics looks so fun. Once again, I've been talking a lot this year about I want developers to be like unabashedly them, and Moonatics and Benpei, they're just like, they're doing their thing, man. They're like, I am making the game, I am being as weird as I want to be, and I love every second of it. I got stunned. I got stunned good. There we go. April is so fun, Roderick. Like, honestly, every character in this game has something that is absolutely cracked. It is so good. Seriously, every character in your game, I love it. Every character in your game should have something that makes you say, this character is broken and doesn't deserve to be around. But if everybody has something that makes you say that, you're on good track, man. You're on a really good track. Oh! Hey, I'll take it. Yes, that's been your design ethos on Train Tracks. Yeah, that is actually one of the things I said looking at the trailer. I was like, oh, it is a do whatever the hell you want. Here are a couple little potential limiters, but figure it out and be brazen. I love it. Aw. Yeah, there are definitely a handful of the indie fighters who kind of embrace that ethos, and I really appreciate it. There is sometimes a little bit too much attention paid to the, oh, it needs to be a competitively cromulent space, and I'm like, nah, man. It can be totally messed up from a competitive standpoint, and still be great even as a competitive game. Like, it's funny how that works sometimes. Just look at Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Ah. Ooh, that side swaps me again. That's kind of funky. I wish if I could just get... I might have to switch which side I input my super on, because... The jab connects same side. But then I think I cross under. Oh, thank you, Athena. Yeah, I totally do. Oh, we got him. We got him. I'm excited. I'm excited, Mage. Aiming to have a janky as fuck half-finished fighting game? Like, I strive to just have a janky as fuck half-finished character. So that y'all are out here making whole-ass games is, like, infinitely impressive to me. Alright, the mirror match. The Eclipse Doppelganger MKL is coming for me, and they're trying to get me through the game. Let's hope it doesn't end in a draw. I might have a heart attack. So, Sunshine, there are 4 different combat modes. So, there is a speed style, a power style, a team style, and an EX style. So, kind of like, it's inspired by The Last Blade, where it has, like, they have speed and power styles for each of their characters, which change how the combo system works, changes some of their, like, installs, things like that. So I always love that from The Last Blade as do you want to play the game like this, or do you want to play it in a different way? You have that option. So yeah, that indicates what mode I'm currently using. And so then the EX mode, I believe, is more like kind of a boss mode, basically, is my understanding of it. And then there is the team mode, which, yeah, lets you do a more, like, versus-style tag team. There we go. Okay, I like this. This is pretty good. The 6M is her kick launcher, and then just that into burst into the new-ish, right? The dive attack, the 2-1-4 button in the air. That's really good. Lines you up for an easy super that takes you back into another loop. Oh, and it's Unit 1+. It's one of the secret characters, too. All right. Beware. Get off. Oh. We lost the camera, which, as we all know, means that I am vibing really well with the games. That's usually the sign. If you see no signal pop up, you know I'm digging a game. Come on, save me, Athena. Okay, launch that. Ah, there. Okay, we're good. 130. That's not too bad. I might have wanted to save some of my bar. I gotta figure out a better use of EXs in those scenarios as opposed to using all my bar on super. No! Oh my lord, I cannot believe I survived that. Oh geez. We're in there. We're in there, friends. I tried to dash in with the parry. Not a smart move. Okay. Assist. Oh, she had her fireball out. She had the pinwheel out. Oh man, that's brutal. Okay, no burst now though. Oh, no, dropped it. No! No, not the stun. Yes! Got her! I'm getting none of those perfect bonuses though, friends. Oh, heyo. And in honor of the little arcade puppers Havana, who had just passed away, and in honor of my own puppers Quinoa, we're gonna go with Pup for our initials on the leaderboard today, friends. Yo, I don't know if y'all heard, Havana, the arcade puppers, they're such an adorable little bit of member of the arcade gaming community, I guess. And it was very sad to hear that they passed away recently. It's always hard losing a friend. So, pet a puppy, hug a friend. Remember that, friends. We're there for you. Man, phenomenal. Guys, Heatwave. Go play Heatwave. No, seriously. Mono is so hard at work on an amazing little fighting game here, and little in terms of the resolution, not in terms of the stature of the game itself, because this game is going to stand tall in my opinion. It has an amazing art style, it has an amazing vision, it's made by one creator, like, so many cool things about this game, an interesting, like, nod to older fighting games, which I think don't get enough recognition. Like, The Last Blade is a phenomenal game series that really does not get enough love, in my opinion. So seeing some of the inspiration and the influence of those older games come through our modern day developers is a thing of beauty to see. So make sure you go check out what Mono's doing. Apparently this is it, man. Once they get story mode done, we're gonna get ourselves version 1.0. I gotta say, I cannot wait to be there for it. Hey man, maybe I will be lucky enough to be able to work on the Heatwave trailer, because hot damn, would I love to be able to put my little stamp on presenting this game and showing this game off to the world. I think the world deserves to see it, basically, is what I'm saying. But yeah, this has been amazing. Yo, next week we will be checking out. Oh, it's not gonna be ready for next week. It's gonna be next Wednesday. Man, all right. Well, I think either the 19th or the 22nd we're gonna do us some Train Tracks Combat. That's gonna be super fun. We got some more new fighting games coming out, friends. There's a whole lot of interesting stuff happening in the indie space. You just gotta find it. Thank you, Mono. I appreciate it. It's always fun having you out here and giving us some information and letting us know what's going on. And yes, Sunshine, I hope you are able to come by and share with us about your game as we explore it. Maybe we'll be able to find a chance to sit down and talk about it. I would love to talk about the experience of making a fighting game in this day and age, and how you kind of keep that scope reasonable in a world where it's hard to make games and it can take a long ass time. How do you keep it reasonable while still like achieving your goals? I'd love to kind of dive into that with some creators. So until then though, friends, stay safe out there. Be nice to each other, everyone. And I will see you next time here in the Digital Basement. Maybe later on this week, Thursday, for some Kingdom Hearts. But if not, next Niche Fighter Monday. Take care, everyone. I'll see you later.